Hey guys, we're Jay and Jen with Epic Empower People, Empower Change. Today we're going to be talking about believing in your business or side hustle. How can you change where you are to where you want to go? How can you get there? Part of it is up here. So we're going to take you through several things we're going to go through in about 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us. If you're on the live stream, we appreciate you. If you're watching on a rebroadcast, welcome. We believe empowering people towards their God-given purposes, towards plant-based living, handling their money well, things like that. Okay. So without hesitation, let's get right into the first point. The first point is, do you really believe? Okay. Because you probably, like me, have maybe a couple people in your life where you'll talk with them about an idea that they have and they're excited about it. Couple weeks go by, you're still excited. Few months go by, they maybe have a new idea. You're like, what's up with the old idea? Oh, I'm still working it out. Couple years later, they're still thinking about it. So that's not where we want to be. And I'm pretty sure that's not where you want to be either.
Correct. And like sometimes people will post things on Facebook like, hey guys, what do you think about this idea? Is something I've been thinking of? And then a year goes by, 2 years go by, you still haven't launched on that idea. So do you really believe that this is something that you should be doing?
Hey, we are in Florida. There is this island off the coast, okay? About 300 miles off the coast with $1 million for you there, okay? Now, if you believe that, then you wouldn't worry about how to find a boat to get there. You might even swim there. You know it's going to be a long struggle. You go take your swim lessons. You do what you have to do, and then you go right into it, okay?
Absolutely. Great analogy. I love that analogy. If you know, like your idea, you probably looked out there. No one has been doing this, but this is like really, really needed. That's like $1 million sitting on that island, untouched.
Right.
And it's waiting for you.
So the question is, do you really believe?
Do you really
Tell
believe?
me what you guys believe in. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. But if you really believe, what I want to leave off at that point is, then you would be about it. You would be putting in some action. If you really believe that could be successful, then you would be about it.
Yes.
So the good news here is self-doubt is curable.
Yes.
There's a cure for self-doubt. It's been discovered over and over again, okay? So you have the choice of, do I want to sit here and doubt myself and not believe in it, or do I want to start going in that direction? You have a choice. Some of those ways are, like I said, changing here. Reading,
changing your mind, listening to audiobooks. You have to rewire your mind because we are accustomed to a certain way of living. But then when an idea comes out to start a business, it's kind of like you're opening up a whole new can of worms. But these are good worms. These are amazing worms that are going to catch some really big fish. So you want to embark on this worm can thing. So you have to be intentional about curing your self-doubt. We're telling you, we're preaching to ourselves also right now because we're constantly feeding our minds almost every single day, listening to something saying, we can do this. This is something we're called to do. This is our purpose. Because for how many years before that, we weren't doing this. It's kind of like a baby learning to walk, or any type of idea that, or not idea, but any type of concept that you just start living a habit, something that you're trying to live by. You have to get accustomed to it. So this is another thing. Self-doubt is just within every single one of us. And it takes a daily habit of trying to get rid of it out of our lives.
So off of that, I want to talk about realistic expectations before we move on to the next point, because I think this really ties into your belief and your doubt, okay? If it's something unrealistic, maybe that's what's holding you back because, well, I'm not sure if that's totally realistic, and that's fine. But let's test it first, okay? Who are you talking to about your idea? Are you talking to other people who have already given up on their dreams, who have moved on from their ideas? If that's who you're talking to, I don't know if they're going to be the best source of encouragement for you. So get yourself around some people who are already successful, already striving towards something, who can give you you need super friends. I heard this term. It's those friends in your life that will tell you the truth. Okay, they're not just gonna tell you, "Oh yeah, go for it," or not gonna be haters either.
Oh, they weren't even like listening to you, really. They were like, yeah, they was on the phone, just yeah.
You need some people with some knowledge to find out, hey, will this idea work? There are tons of free resources out there.
Yeah.
If you're missing something, go ahead and talk with us. We can point you in the right direction.
Absolutely. And then you can find Facebook groups of people with the same kind of like ideas as you. You can find locally, you can look up like people have, always think of networking. Look for networks in your community to see, you can maybe contact some business people that may be doing something similar to you. One thing that we constantly do is like, if an idea comes up to us, we try to look for the person that's probably excelling in that. And we go ask some questions. We like.
Saves you time.
Yes.
Saves you money.
Not reinventing the wheel.
Saves stress. And then if it's unrealistic, then you can kind of be like, okay, maybe I don't want to go for that diet. Let me find something else,
Yes.
Or if it is realistic, then you don't have that excuse. You don't have that barrier anymore.
Correct.
All right. Other thing I want to talk about is, who do you work for now? Okay. And it's fine. We're not encouraged. Owning our own business is not for everybody.
Oh,
and that's cool.
Amen.
Not everybody is going to be an entrepreneur, and that's fine. Okay. But even like side hustle business, if you're looking to transition into something, then I want to ask you who you work for now. The reason is every day you go there, they have the belief that they're going to succeed. Yes. And because they have that belief, you're getting paid every week. And because they have that belief from the beginning or whenever that company was established, I don't care who you work for, whether it was just established a week ago or established years and years ago, somebody believed that, hey, this will work. All the way down to now you get your paycheck for the work that you put in.
$1 million company now. Absolutely. I love that concept because, again, not everyone is going to start a business. We are fully aware of that. Not everyone can handle that because it is hard work.
Well, not everybody wants to do it.
And not everybody wants to do it. Some people want to work for a company for 50 years. That is awesome. Continue that goal. That is a part of your purpose. Move forward, okay? But those of you who want to start a business, because that's what it's all about, you have to remember that you're probably following a company's mantra, their vision, their values. You probably have like all those things that you have to kind of like know because you're trying to live that out for the company. You can do the same for yourself. Don't forget about yourself and your own, expectations and your own goals and dreams.
Definitely.
Yes.
All right. Let's keep it moving. This is a big one. Okay. Yes. Fear of failure. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Facing the Giants. Very good, inspirational kind of movie.
Yes.
I love it. But in the movie, the guy is talking to his son, and it's like his son wants to make it on a football team. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, why don't son go ahead and why don't you try out? Well, he's like, I'm afraid I won't make the team. What if I don't make the team? And his father tells him, you're already not on the team. How much more not on the team can you be? And it's so true. It's just like, okay, I'm going to be in the same position
that you're already in.
So, I mean, basically there's a type of business you can do to where you risk everything. I understand that. But most of the time, or a lot of times, I don't think it's that's holding us back. Yeah. I think we're just afraid that it just won't work. We're not afraid that, okay, we're going to put everything into it. We're going to lose the house, lose the car, lose my entire future.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that, but it's just the fear of failure. And I'm coming more and more to see fear as just like, it's like this paper barrier, the sheet that you just tear it down. It's not a real thing. It's just like paper. Yes, the feeling and everything is real, the perspective. I get that. But it's almost like the Wizard of Oz thing where you have somebody hiding behind a curtain and it's like this big thing until you expose it and you just step through it.
Yeah, I like that kind. In my head, I'm like already thinking about the Wizard of Oz and how he was like, bro, and they like opened the curtain. It was like this little man like standing there. But anyway, just to go on for what he says, fear of failure it's a lie, and like he said before, you're literally most likely going to be in the same place that you are in now. So as well as, a lot of times these things stem from childhood. They stem from people hurting our feelings, saying no. There's nothing wrong with someone saying no to you.
And
it's okay.
And one thing I do not like, before we move on to the next point, one thing I do not like, but I keep hearing it over and over again, honestly, when it comes to like motivational speakers and things like that, is they talk about how many times they failed. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yes.
I don't want to fail like a dozen times before I actually hit it. So, I mean, that would be, I understand the reservation there, but get as much knowledge as you can, find out why you have that fear, talk to some experienced people, and you may avoid failure if you do things right. But sometimes it may be unavoidable. But if you learn from it and can pivot and can do something else, like a lot of people have done, then that's good. But the other thing you have to remember is, even if you fail, sometimes it's just about not giving up. And a lot of times people who don't give up, they make it.
Yeah, I love this saying. I want y'all to listen to this saying real quick, okay? I forgot who said it, but this is an amazing quote, okay? I see more people are chiming in, so I need you to listen to this real quick. We are all self-made. We are all of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it. So even the failures, so we are all self-made, but only the successful admit it. So that's meaning people who fail, people who don't move forward with their goals and dreams, or they don't accomplish the things that they've wanted to do, they're self-made. They're just not going to go around and say, hey, I failed. I tried that. I failed. Yeah, that didn't work for me. No, we're all self-made. And that's not my quote. I ain't trying to plagiarize. I just can't remember who quoted that, but you can Google that. I love that because that just makes me remember, like, okay, the decisions that I make in my life, failures or successes, I can quit or I can keep moving forward. Only the successful move past the temporary defeat. The quitters, the failures, they stop once they lose or once they do something wrong or it doesn't go forward. You got to keep going. You got to move forward. That's the trick. That's the only reason why they're successful. It's because they didn't quit. Okay? They accepted the temporary defeat. They accepted it, but they kept going. Okay? You have to remember that. So do not be afraid of failure. It means you're another step closer to your goals. Okay? No matter what it is. We're talking about business, but this goes for everything in life. Okay?
Yes. That's great. All right. 2 more things here, you guys. One thing is start before you're ready.
Yes.
Okay? So a lot of people wait. Paralysis by analysis. You guys heard of how do you eat an elephant? Not a chicken. Chicken is a little smaller. Not as daunting, but if you had to eat an elephant, just one bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
That's how you do it. Okay, break it down.
Yes.
And just you have to start somewhere. You have to start. Okay.
Yes.
Whether it's starting by following somebody, being mentored, but don't overanalyze. Don't spend like 10 years studying something when it's not necessary to study it for that long. If you're gonna do it, start somewhere. Start small.
And for you perfectionists out there, you'll never be perfect. Never. Start messy. Yeah. Okay. Whatever, you might not have everything in place. Things might not be how your label might have come in.
You're not going to see. You're not. I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. So your labels might not have come in exactly the way you want it. The printer might have cut off something a little bit. Just whatever it is, start. Okay. That's the trick. Start messy.
Great. I see somebody got that one bite at a time right there with us. So just start something.
Yes.
Last thing. Okay. You have to act like you have no choice.
Oh,
so a lot of times people, and just to back up again, let me make sure I clarify. It doesn't mean that for somebody who like doesn't know what they're doing or anything like that, or you just basically risk everything. You're not researching and you're just like, it's all faith to where you don't have any knowledge. It's just like, okay, I believe God told me this, or I just have this burning desire, or I really believe this is the purpose. You
did a little research.
Hopefully you have to accept that you could be incorrect. You could be wrong about that. Like maybe that's not what you have the ability to do, or maybe it's not the right timing. So a part of this is going to be discerning, okay, is this something that I'm really supposed to do? I really can't, I believe in it and it can come to pass, or is this, that's the hard part, trying to figure out, is this something that I'm not quitting, but I'm recognizing, hey, this is not what I want to do because I see what's going on here. I see either what this will take, and that's not how I want my life to be, or this is not in the direction I'm supposed to be going. So you switch and you pivot. So that's a hard part right there. But if you know that now the belief stuff is out of the way, and you know that there are no barriers, and you know that it is possible, then if you work on it like you didn't really have a choice, like, hey, no, this has to happen, because
there ain't no turning back. We're not going backwards.
And I'm very careful when I say that, because it's like there's a danger about putting all your eggs in one basket, but it's not even that. You know, some people, obviously, you still work your job, and there's a way to go into a different area. There's a book, Quitter is good.
Yes,
what was the author?
Quitter, John Acuff.
John Acuff.
We're readers.
Very good book. Very good book if you're looking to transition into something different. It talks about how to do it.
Also, 48 Days to the Work You Love, No More Mondays. Both of those are by Dan Miller. Amazing books.
Yeah, those are good.
We read a lot of books, so you guys, great books. So just to add on to you, what you're saying is, again, just to reemphasize, you need to do some research, okay? Make sure there's a market for what you're doing, because you might have to like pivot a little bit to say, okay, maybe I need to do this instead of this, because this ain't getting any money. Because I hope you're starting a business for money or for some type of income or to give, whatever you're trying to do. But anyway, so just knowing like there's homework that you have to do. But like he said, once you're done with all of that, you're like, this is it. There ain't no plan B. There ain't no plan C, except for maybe changing a little way that you're doing your business to make it more profitable or successful. But you just gotta no turning back.
Yeah.
We're in this. So just remember that.
Get yourselves around the right people.
Yes.
That is our Friday show for today. Thank you guys for watching live. Let's see who commented. And if you're watching us on the rebroadcast, we appreciate you. Once again, we're Jay and Jen. Epic, empower people, empower change. We're all about empowering you and removing those things that are hindering you from getting to where you want to and where you need to in your life. Okay, we're here to feed the change to get you to where you desire to be for those choices. Thank you, Ellen Byron, for watching. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, all of us, for tuning in. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we'll see some of you next week for our next video. Do you have any other?
No, you guys live out your purpose. Go out there and be great.
Yes. Thank you guys for supporting. You guys have a great night.